Welcome back to my Colorado mountain garden, and today is Monday, March 16th. I finally found a decent product. This is the Whitney Farms Organic Potting Soil. There are a few things I don't like about it. It doesn't have much, if any, perlite in it. So I have perlite. This is a medium grade. This is some that I've had. I don't know when I bought this. I vacuum sealed it and it got stuck out in the shed in a container. So to keep it from spilling or bugs getting in it, I use the vacuum sealer, but you can use a Ziploc bag or whatever. Perlite's not very expensive. I will, if I use this product for like a hanging pot of flowers, I will probably also add some vermiculite because it holds moisture better than the perlite. It'll get perlite, but it'll also get some vermiculite. And that's because it's so dry here in Colorado. There's not a lot of moisture. If I went away for a little while, a day or so, I want to make sure that my plant's going to stay moist. This product contains processed forest products, peat moss, poultry litter, alfalfa meal, and kelp meal. And I did not sift this. That's the sticks that I've picked, the bigger sticks that I have picked out so far. And these I wouldn't even mind so much if it was going into like a big flower pot outside, or herb pot or something. But sorry, this is dry, so it's very dusty. I would probably use only take these out because I'm going to be up potting my herbs here pretty soon, my spearmint, thyme, and oregano. And those are going into red Solo type cups. It's not Solo brand. I think it's Costco brand or whatever. But you know the size. So like if I put in a stick this big, that wouldn't be so good for that. So I've just been kind of picking them out here as I go along. Now this is dry. I will be sterilizing this. To this, I am going to add some of the perlite. Again, that's the medium-sized perlite. And I'm also going to add worm castings. You don't have to do that, okay? I just prefer it because I know that the perlite will help hold on to some moisture. Now, these are going to be under my grow light, so I'll be paying attention to them. So I'm not too worried about them drying out. But I do like to have the extra space for air for the roots. It keeps that air flowing around. I just love worm casting, so it goes in everything. It goes into my raised beds. It goes into my flower pots, you name it. I use worm castings and everything. I buy the Costco brand. If I remember right, it was this year here in Colorado was for 10 pounds. I think it was $12.99, so $13. That has gone up, not as much as other stuff has gone up. I think a few years back we were getting it for $10.99, and sometimes they'd put it on sale. You do still see it when they're starting to clear out most of the planting stuff. If they have some left, a lot of times they will put it on sale. And if I happen to be there and it's on sale, I buy it so I have it for the next year. Now, to 8 quarts of this is probably going to be a cup of those worm castings I'll probably put in there. They also sell this, and I got this at Ace Hardware for those around here. They sell it in a 1.5 cubic foot bag, and that is $17.99, so $18. I think I saw when I was, because I forgot to check the price of the 1.5 cubic foot bag, so I had to go look. There may be some places in Denver that have this for $1 or $2 less, but with gas prices going up like they are, for us in the mountains, it may not make sense unless you're going to be down that direction already to drive down. But I knew if I waited, I would definitely find something that was way better. Now, think of this many sticks versus the other two, the Miracle Grow and the Ace Hardware brand potting soil that I did. This is way more respectable. Like I said, there's still small sticks in here. I don't mind those. Okay? Like I said, sticks are fine. If they're small and it isn't a ton, it's not, 2 quarts or more of the bag that you just purchased. That's junk. All they're doing is putting that filler in there and they're charging you prices for it. Now, yes, that was cheaper, but I would not want that many big, huge sticks. I would not buy that Ace Hardware brand. It says potting soil. It's going to go around my pond because there's so much sand in it. It's even more sand than I would ever put into a raised bed if I mix sand in. Sometimes when I'm not going to have to fill my raised beds, but I was at Jared's nursery down in town is where we got the compost and the garden soil from. And I don't remember at the time, because it was so long ago, what the percentage of sand was that was in there, but it was nothing like that bag of so-called potting soil. Potting soil does not contain sand. You want lightweight stuff. And again, all of this is going to be used for seedlings. I'm not planting a huge garden bed with this. Okay, I'm using this for my seedlings. And then any pot that's probably bigger than, I'm going to say 10 gallons. Not that I'm starting any this year that are that big, except for something. I've got some metal containers that are going to go on the deck, but that is going to be all potting soil so that I can move it in under the deck. If I know the hail's coming in and things like that, I still want it to be lightweight enough. But like if I have some big, huge round containers, you may have seen them if you shop at Costco or even Sam's, the big round plastic ones. I think they're 15 or 20 gallon ones. I don't move those around. And I just refresh that soil every year with some compost. And when I up pot my peppers, if they get to the point where I need to put them in 1 gallon containers, I will add to the potting soil, I will add more compost. It's just what I do. You don't have to do it. You can do whatever you want. Everybody gardens different. I'm just telling you kind of where I'm at. So again, look on that Facebook page. And again, I'll put a link below. It'll be a while before it's out there. I'll tell you how much perlite I put in here. And like I said, I'm probably going to add about a cup of worm castings. If I add more, I'll change that. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's supposed to be 86 or something in Denver later this week. So it's going to feel more like summer than not even quite spring yet. Hope you're having a wonderful day and happy gardening.